What we're going to do today is do the pre-use checks on the Combilift. This is a C4000, the smaller model. So first thing is we're going to check the engine oil. And unfortunately it's in that little gap there behind the mast. Let's get a bit closer than you can see. There's a dipstick. Same as all trucks, it'll have a maximum and minimum. Okay. I'll show you where to top the oil up in a minute. Hydraulic oil. There. See the, just want to see the level in the sight glass. Okay. Filler is on the top of the cap. And we always check it with the mast down, the wheels forwards to backwards. If you're not sure about the level, we'll do the big cap, and it should just show on the bottom of the gauze. It's correct, you can see there's the oil. Okay, when you've done checking it, put it back on finger tight. You can see there's a filler on the top of the tank. That's a smaller cap. It's not a cap, it's actually a pressure relief valve, so don't unscrew that. Basically, if you've got too much oil in the tank, you lower the mast, any excess oil will come out of that and make a right mess. Under the rear cover, you see there, nothing of any interest to you apart from the batteries in there. The air filter is underneath at the top there, but I wouldn't recommend sort of any maintenance on that because it's very tight to get back in. Leave it for the fitter to do, it saves you any problems. Okay, before we do anything else, a little walk round, just check the nuts are all tight on the wheels and the depth on the tyres is okay. Check for any damage, any broken glass, lights missing, damage to the exhaust pipe. Okay, walking around to the front, check all the nuts are on the little tyres, check the tread. As most of you know, that is the wear line for the tyres, the big thick first line on the rubber. While we're at the front, we'll have a look at the mast, the chains, the pipes. We don't, as you know, touch things, we're just looking, but I'll point them out with a stick. The chains, make sure they're nice and oily, not rusty and stuck together. Not many pipes to see in the mast, only that metal one. Most of the pipes are at the back of the mast. Shall have a look in a minute through there. Okay, we're looking basically like all fork trucks for any marks inside the mast there in the section, and it'll take the form of a corkscrew or a swirl if there's a problem with those rollers there, the bearings. When they break up, they leave the marks on the mast channel. That tells you've got a problem. While we're here, exactly the same with the reach channel. So you can see some scratches on that, it's not a problem. Me personally, when I used to drive them, I used to get a brush with some grease and just grease it once a week to make sure it doesn't wear out, because if they do wear out, it's not a 5-minute job to swap it, it doesn't unbolt. Basically, they've got to come in, grind that section of metal off and weld a new one in, so it isn't a 2-minute job. While we're there as well, look at the forks, check the catches work. We're looking for any cracks in the heels and any cracks on the hangers there, because that's where all the weight's taken when you pick anything up on the forks. If they snap, you're going to lose a fork. While we're there as well, check the carriage. It's called the carriage because it carries the forks. You're looking for any of these castellations being broken off or missing. Again, that can cause the fork to drop off. Okay, we're going to get in and check everything works now, but before we do, that's the filler for the diesel. That is just under the seat. Okay, open the door. As you can see, very basic like most fork trucks. The go pedal and a stop pedal. Or you can use that to inch along as well. Pretty basic machine. I'm going to climb in now and give you a run through the controls. First thing, you've got windscreen wipers when it's raining, and they're operated by the switch actually on the motors, as you can see. Down to the controls. Here's your panel. You've not got the engine running, so obviously you've got battery, oil pressure lights on. They'll go off, or should do, when the engine's on. The other light with the petrol pump, that's telling you it needs fueling up. No need to panic. When it comes on, you've got a good day, possibly half a day if you're busy before it runs out. So rule of thumb, when it comes on, next available spot you get, go and fill it up. Okay, that one there, temperature for your water. Not too bothered about the hour meters. And there you've got another little panel which basically shows you, it will rub off, direction indicators. So if we're going, what I say, right to left or left to right, that one lights up. If we're going forwards or backwards towards the mast, that one will light up. And that's your handbrake that comes on when handbrake's on, which is the big red button. So put it on, push it down, take it off, twist it. Let's do that again for you. On, off. I'll put it back on. Ignition key, two positions. We've got one where it just lights all the electrics up, just let you check everything. And the second one fires the engine up. Okay. We're going to change mode. Handbrake's on. This is the direction indicator, left, right, forward, backwards. Whichever way that joystick goes is the way the truck will go. And we always do it with handbrake on. So we're going to go right, and there is the left, right lit up. Okay. It's okay to change left to right without too much messing around. We don't really need a handbrake on for that, but if we're going to go forwards and backwards mode, it's important the handbrake's on, and we're going to go, there you go, the wheels are changing position, and the other lights illuminated tells we're now going to go that way. Okay. Levers, slightly different to a normal truck. First lever, pull it back. The mask goes up. Second lever, push it forward. Reach, bring it back in, lower the mast down. The third lever is your tilt. 2, 3. Forward, forward tilt, back, the back tilt. Okay. Lower it down. You can see this, that's the correct travelling position for the truck. Forks just below the level of the deck. Okay, come over here, I'll just show you the direction change. I'm going to go okay, mast reached fully out. And what we're going to do here is just have a little look at the radiator, which has no leaks, and all the pipes and gubbins down there and the rams to make sure they're all okay. As you can see, the oil level gauge over there has now dropped low because all the hydraulics are in a positive state, so you've got oil in all these rams, which drops the level. Okay, so continuing with the direction change, you can see at the moment the truck's going to go forwards or backwards. Okay, 2 clunks, ready to go. While we've got it in this position, look at the pipes, the ram. Okay, under the bonnet, not a great deal to check because you do the oil from the other side, obviously. Lift it up with the window shut, obviously. Under there, all you're really looking for is make sure the belt's on for the alternator, so it's charging the battery. Check for any oil leaks. Look at the back. Now unfortunately the truck needs oil. It's a bit difficult to show you this, but the filler cap is basically under there, under that pipe. It's not very accessible, I'll be honest with you, and you probably have to use a funnel or something. As you see, just about getting my hand in. Need a little funnel to put the oil in. As far as the water goes, first thing in the morning when it's cold, undo the cap, just dip your finger in. If there's water in it, you'll feel it, it's fine, no problem. If it needs topping up, top it up. Okay, so we're done under there, there's not a lot to look at. Okay, we're back in. Oops. Okay, we're back in the cab again. To show you the little ancillary bits and pieces. Before you heard the demister, I'll just show you that again. So the demister switch is that round button, and same as a car, 2 speeds, and what that does is pump air up, cleans your windscreen for you when it's damp. You can change the setting from hot to cold, so if you want it warm in the winter, turn it to hot. If you want it cooling in the summer, change it to cold. While here, we've also, for the summer, we've got a little fan up there just to circulate the air for you, and the switch for that is that one. It's just a simple on, off. Already gone through the direction controls on the joystick. Horns next door to it, and apart from telling you that lever 4 does nothing, it's a blank if a side shift was fitted. If you're not sure, look at the little sticker on the wall, it'll remind you. And basically, apart from checking the seat, etc., that's your checks done. Nice and simple, 5-minute job. Okay, as I mentioned, the fan for the summer when it's warm. You can also open a window to give you a bit of ventilation, and on the cab door you've got a sliding window. Okay. Let's lock it, just click it into place. Okay, people ask me what these machines will lift. It's a C4000, so that tells me it'll lift 4,000 kilos. Obviously you need to load sensors and things like that, so if you're in doubt, there is the sticker on the front bulkhead next to the manufacturer's plate. Okay, while we're here as well, if you need to know the fleet number, the BF number, it's usually up there somewhere on the overhead guard.